What's up everyone, it's KK, and today we're going to go over my settings so you guys can see exactly what I use for my in-game settings, and we're also going to go over my PC VR settings so we can go ahead and check out my graphics and everything relating to that. Also, Oculus Debug tool. So let's go ahead and lock in. Alright, so let's go ahead and start here with my in-game settings. Now, most of my in-game settings are pretty similar from what I used to have them as, but let's just go ahead and go through. All my graphics here are on Ultra. To be completely honest, I don't think there's much of a difference between, putting it on Ultra. I mean, there's definitely a big difference between low and Ultra, but I don't see any difference between anything in between. So if we're gonna use it, just go low or Ultra. I just keep it on Ultra. I feel like this game doesn't take too much crazy resources to run, so that's that. Over on control, this is going to be for standalone and PC VR players. Obviously, gun handling pivot on the wrist, fixed foregrip holding enabled, and on reload, hold, scope stabilization disabled, weapon smoothing on 0 now. If I'm using the gun stock, obviously that changes depending on what I'm doing. Virtual gun stock is always enabled, even when I'm using the gun stock, it doesn't matter. Virtual gun stock type B, physical gun stock disabled, not even sure if the calibration works yet in the game. Grip on hold, enabled. Gadget interaction on grip, flip interaction, trigger, weapon mount, left hand, menu button, B and Y, weapon attachment key, trigger plus grip, gear detach key, trigger plus grip, and then loadout follow headset disabled. Always make sure you have this disabled. If you're like having a loadout follow your headset and you want to like look one way to grab an item or something like that, it gets really tricky when you're like, trying to grab an item this way and you're also turning your head the same way at the same time. So you're like trying to chase your body as you're turning around, and it's kind of weird. Movement, head-oriented movement disabled. You never want to have your movement tied to your head, because as you're free running around the map, you're going to be able to look to your left, look to your right, while you're still having a consistent movement forward, okay? You're going to be able to scan the map, and you can't do that, if you're moving forward and turning your head is going to make you move left and right. So definitely make sure that that's disabled. Hand movement for me specifically, left hand, I am left-handed. Auto sprint enabled, raise to sprint enabled, virtual crouching enabled, although I do sit down, but it is enabled. Turning is on smooth, of course, and I keep my speed on 166. Now let's go to presentation. Language English, default region US East, menu distance on 0. Player body, full body, of course. If you're not using full body, I don't know what's going on. FOV limiter disabled, interaction hints disabled, kill feed UI, show, camera shift enabled, blood effect enabled, compass disabled, and then vehicle vision assist disabled. Now I only keep the compass disabled because when I record, I think it looks cleaner to have your compass off, but obviously it's more beneficial to just keep it on so you can always see where your extracts are at. Devices, then this is just going to be your computer stuff. So that's going to be it for here. Now when it comes to actual PC VR, I'm going to be using virtual desktop. Now my virtual desktop settings are completely default, but I'll go into them right now. Okay, I'm actually not even sure how to be able to show you guys my virtual desktop screen through here. I can't use Oculus Mirror anymore because it's not Questlink, but everything is default. I just keep my FPS on 90, and that's it. I just keep it on 90 FPS. Everything is default. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put my Oculus Debug settings right here. Go ahead and take a look at that. I don't mess with them too much. I'm not really sure how much they affect my game, but I have dibbled and dabbled with it a couple times in the past couple of months, and this is just what it gives me. I think my quality is pretty good, so that's pretty much it. Other than that, that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video in any way, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that comment section if you have any other questions regarding my settings in the game, and then go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content, and I will catch you guys later.